And it came to pass after the waters of judgment had receded, that men gathered once again upon the face of the earth. Their hearts sought greatness, not gratitude. Their tongues were one, and their ambition bound them tighter than kinship. After all rise a man called a hunter of beasts and son of Cush, Nimrod, the mighty one in the earth. He subdued tribes, tamed beasts, and forged men's hearts into instruments of his will. To him they said, "You are the image of power. Lead us, and we shall follow." But in his heart he whispered, "I will ascend. I will make my throne among the stars." Nimrod had a vision about a tower that would end it all, the Tower of Babel. Why should heaven remain above us? Why should we be scattered like dust upon the wind? Let us build a tower whose head may touch the stars, a monument to our unity and our dominion. Thus began the work of defiance, a monument not of worship, but of pride. Men gathered from the four corners, their tongues still one, their purpose still pure, yet their hearts turned from the one who gave them breath. But the heavens were listening. They labored not in worship, but in rebellion. Their unity became their idolatry. They said, "We will not be scattered. We will not bow. We will rise." And heaven beheld their work, and the sound of pride reached the gates of eternity. "Come, O heavens, see the work of men. See how we rise." And the Lord said, "Behold, they are one people, and they have all one language. Come, let us go down and confound their speech." And so it was, that unity was shattered and confusion was born. Thus Babel fell, not by war nor by time, but by the breath of God. From one voice came many. From one city the nations were born. And the name of Babel became a whisper of warning, that man may build empires of dust, but only the Eternal can build the heavens. For pride builds towers, but humility builds kingdoms eternal. When the hand of the Almighty struck Babel, silence covered the plain of Shinar. The tongues of men were scattered as seed upon the wind. Brothers no longer understood brothers, and fathers no longer knew the words of their sons. And Nimrod, the mighty one, looked upon the ruin of his dream, the tower that was to reach the heavens, now buried beneath dust in divine judgment. The hunter of men had hunted his own destiny and lost. Yet pride does not die easily. It hides, waiting for another dawn. If heaven cannot be reached, then I shall rule what lies beneath it. Thus pride turned to dominion. Nimrod became not a builder of towers, but of kingdoms. And so humanity was scattered, each tribe carrying a piece of Babel within them. The confusion of tongues birthed cultures, and the echo of rebellion became the seed of empire. Though their tongues differed, their hearts remembered the same desire: to ascend, to rule, to be like gods. From Shinar he built his first kingdom, Babylon, the city of confusion. From there he conquered Erech, Akkad, and Calneh. The plains trembled again beneath his name. You build again what heaven has torn down. Do you not see? Your name is written among the ashes of pride. Even in rebellion mercy spoke, but pride is deaf to prophecy. The heavens may scatter tongues, but they will not scatter my reign. Nimrod spoke the prophet. And so began the kingdoms of men, built on blood and pride. From Babel came Babylon, from confusion came empires, and the name of Nimrod became legend, the man who dared to touch the sky. Though the tower has fallen, its spirit yet stands, in every empire that exalts itself, in every heart that says, I will ascend. For Babel was not merely a tower, it was a throne within the soul of man. Time passes and men forget the sound of judgment. The dust covers the ruins, but memory whispers beneath it. Babel fell, yet its spirit slept, not died. The mighty one was remembered as a god. His shadow stretched beyond death, and the seeds he sowed began to bloom in the hearts of kings yet unborn. Generations passed, and the sons of Nimrod built Babylon anew, a city crowned in splendor, clothed in fire. They said, "Wow, let the heavens dwell among us." And so they built shrines for gods made in the image of man. They worshipped what they feared, and feared what they had created. The hunter had become the hunted, for the idols of men soon enslaved their makers. And the heavens looked again upon the cities of men. The watchers beheld the same pride that once built Babel rising anew, clothed now in beauty and artifice. But this pride was more subtle, for it was wrapped in worship. Where once men sought to climb the heavens, now they sought to bring the heavens down, to bend the divine to the will of clay. Verdusum, from the loins of Nimrod rose kings who claimed his fire. They ruled with words of peace but hands of iron. Their crowns were forged in rebellion, and their altars built upon the blood of the innocent. The spirit of Babel rose again, clothed in new names, hidden in art, crowned in empire. Babylon became a living Babel, her voice sweet as honey, her heart as cold as stone. Every empire that exalts itself builds its own tower, a monument to man's greatness that heaven must one day tear down. The tower rises again, though men see it not. Its bricks are kingdoms, its mortar is pride, but the Lord will remember Babel, and the fire will fall once more. The prophet said, "For though the names of men change, the rebellion remains. And as long as pride reigns in the heart, Babel still stands, unseen but unbroken," the prophet said while leaving. "Behold Babylon, the jewel of kingdoms, the glory of men. She sits as a queen upon many waters and says within her heart, 'I shall never be moved.' But every empire that forgets heaven builds upon sand." In the heart of revelry, heaven wrote a warning. "Mene, mene, tekel, upharsin. You are weighed in the balance and found wanting. For the word of the Lord had gone forth. I will dry up her rivers and make her naked before her enemies." And in one night, the golden city fell. Her towers trembled, her idols cracked, and her name became a byword among the ruins. Babylon is fallen. The beauty of kingdoms has become a wilderness. The harp no longer plays, and the merchants of the earth weep for her riches, the prophet said. So shall every empire fall that exalts itself above heaven. For the towers of men may rise to the clouds, but the breath of God can lay them low in a single night. Babel falls, and yet it rises again, not in brick, but in spirit. Every age builds its tower. Every generation reaches for the throne of God in its own way. The voice of pride never dies. It only changes its tongue. Babel has fallen, but mercy remains. For even in ruin, grace speaks softly. Come out of her, my people. The kingdoms of men will fade like smoke, but the kingdom of heaven endures forever.
The dust of Babel still drifts across the earth. The ruins may sleep beneath centuries of sand, but their echo still never die. For every generation rebuilds what was broken. Every age, man shapes his towers of power, of pride, of intellect, of empire. Each one rising higher, echo one believing it will touch the sky and never fall. Thank you for being part of English Bible Stories. Please share, subscribe. If you'd like us to narrate any story from the Bible, please drop your comment. Thank you.